Sleep. It's something that we all know and love. And me personally, there's nothing I love more than snoozing my alarm a couple times, or a midday nap, or just getting into bed after a long day. And sleep is obviously great for you, but more specifically, it's essential to your nervous system, which is what makes your body move and what makes your brain work. And sleep also fights off the effects of cardiovascular disease, which deal with your heart. And it's well known that for most adults, you should be aiming for at least 7 hours of sleep. And in a study published by Science Direct, it's found that sleep deprivation, or getting less than those 7 hours, is really bad for your health. And sleep deprivation can negatively affect several biological pathways, such as cardiovascular autonomic control, oxidative stress, inflammatory responses, and endothelial function. So what will these exactly do? Well, they will increase your risk of cardiovascular diseases such as hypertension, congestive heart failure, coronary artery disease, and arrhythmias. So in English now, getting less than 7 hours of sleep can negatively affect the pressure in your arteries, the level of gases in your blood, and overall just how well your heart functions. Sleep deprivation also causes oxidative stress, and this occurs when there's an imbalance of several oxygen species levels within your body. And this essentially means that you're going to experience a whole bunch of symptoms, including fatigue, memory loss, brain fog, wrinkles, or even headaches. And inflammatory responses include an increase in molecules in your body that elevate your risk of heart disease and diabetes. So think more like when you scratch yourself, or when you hit yourself against something, and that part of your body starts swelling up and getting inflamed. That's essentially what's happening, but inside your body. And endothelial function is how well your body moves nutrients, and it also assists in how your body fights the inflammation we had just mentioned. Sleep deprivation will negatively affect all of these aspects, but what will they actually do to you? Well, the results of these effects lead into a lot of other bigger issues that will affect both how well you feel and how long you will live. Hypertension is the scientific way of saying that you will have high blood pressure, which will ultimately lead to a lot of other health problems. Congestive heart failure is when your heart is not pumping as well as it should be, and this will lead to a shortness of breath, fatigue, and it can lead to even worse health conditions. Coronary artery disease is when you have a buildup of fat in the blood vessels of your heart. So this essentially means that the blood is not pumping as well as it should be, and this could ultimately lead to a worse life and even worse heart attacks. Arrhythmias is simply when your heart is beating strangely, and this could be either too fast or too slow, but either way it's not good, and it could actually be life-threatening. So what is the gist of this whole thing? Well, sleep deprivation will negatively impact you in too many ways, and it can cause years of discomfort, disease, and ultimately lead to death. So something as simple as sleep is incredibly important and should be a priority. Whether you're up at night finishing homework, you're binging a TV show, or you're just browsing social media, you should be aware that you could be playing around with your body systems. And in the 24 hours that we all have in a day, I'm sure that each and every one of us can figure out how to fit 7 hours of sleep into that.